Salutations and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Phantasia. This is Edgar. In the last episode we kicked the golem's ass and we now have the fun job of moving it around. Since random battles will fuck with my plans here, I am going to use an item the golem itself dropped to make things a bit easier on us. This is the item in question, a holy bottle. Holy bottles function much like repel in the Pokemon world. They will drastically lower your random encounter rate while active. You can tell that it is active because there will be a white glow around your feet. A reverse item exists. It is called a dark bottle and will basically turn you into a random encounter magnet, as well as giving you a black glow around your feet. Before we move the statue off to the left, we will head right because there are some chests to claim in the above room. An orange gummy, a remedy bottle and some creamy cheese. Not exactly the best haul of treasure, but it's adequate, especially since there is always a use for damn orange gummies. Let's go take care of the statue. As you can see, holy bottles will not make random encounters vanish completely, but they certainly make life much easier for the party wanting to roam around unhindered. Okay statue, move your fat ass. The reason we need the statue is because of this door. The door only opens when this Minecraft-style pressure plate is triggered, so the solution is very simple. Move the statue onto the pressure plate to pass through the door. A lone treasure chest sits in this room, and it contains a treasure item called a lace ruby. It functions like a key for the Mausoleum and will allow us to go through the double doors we were forced to pass by in the previous episode. You are not required to equip it or anything like that. As long as it is in your inventory, it can do its job. You can find it in the treasure tab of your inventory. There it is, small sack. What are you trying to imply here, game? Never mind that shit. Here is the lace ruby. Rather fancy looking for a key if I do say so myself. Anyway, now that we have this thing in our possession, we are going to head back to the double doors. We have cleaned out this half of the mausoleum, so there are no further chests for us to collect. Remember that we came here using a sort of fucked up S shape, so simply retrace those steps to find yourself back in the long hallway with the double doors. And of course feel free to beat up the skeletons and ghouls for long swords and remedy bottles and all that other shit. If you start running into lizards and rats, then you are on the right track. Unfortunately, our holy bottle has already expired. Here's hoping we don't run into too many random battles. The golem only dropped one holy bottle for our use. We're almost there. Okay, we have reached the long hallway. Into the double doors we go, boys and girls. Or not. How bloody typical. That's for wasting our time, you bag of bones. At least Chester got a level out of it. Okay, into the doors we go. Inside the doors you will find naught but a symbol on the floor. This symbol will teleport you to a different area when you step upon it. And now I propose a question to you lot. Who the fuck builds a mausoleum inside an active bloody volcano? Seems like a poor design choice, but mine not the reason why. I work with blood, not with corpses. Anyway, you will need to pull the lever here to be able to progress. The lever will allow you to access an extra floating platform, and that platform will lead you to your progression point. However, feel free to use all the platforms as there is a bunch of treasure you can swipe from this magma-filled area. Curses. There are some new enemies down here, and just how the hell are these falcons? They are owls with green spray paint. Falcons my ass. At any rate, they're flimsy but they do pack a hefty punch, so the best defense is a good offense, as the old adage goes. Now that the spray-painted owls have been vanquished, let's claim the two chests. You can collect a regular cheese and the rabbit's foot from them. The rabbit's foot is another accessory. As you might expect, it increases the luck of whoever has it equipped, and I must say I never really understood the concept of a rabbit's foot being lucky. After all, the poor rabbit that got its foot amputated wasn't very bloody lucky, now was it? Anyway, let's give it a close and wait for the platform to arrive. All aboard. We are back where we started. First let's head to the south. Oh god damn it. get the hell out of here, you stupid spray painted owl, and take your faggot zombies with you. We have shit to do, don't you know? God damn it. My kingdom for some more holy bottles. Well, now they're dead. And by the way, the green spray painted owls drop fucking chicken. Wrap your head around that shit if you can. Isn't this a friendly looking floor? What say we leave this for a moment? There's a platform coming from the left, let's ride it. A reverse doll in this chest, but much like the protect ring, it's a vendor bait accessory. This one will revive you if you get killed, but will almost certainly break after one use. Vendor them, you get like 3,000 gold a pop for them. I can't stop thinking about those owls dropping fucking chicken. Who needs bloody logic, eh? And I missed my goddamn ride. Oh well. When you ride this platform, Cliss will demonstrate that he is the clumsiest fuck in the universe and will drop the lace ruby. I just said that, Cliss, so shut the fuck up. We can't get through this double door without it, so let's go collect it. Off to goddamn KFC with you, you bloody buzzard. I still can't get over them dropping fucking chicken. Anyway, Cliss continues to be his spastically clumsy self and fails to pick up the lace ruby. It has fallen down into that area with the rather unfriendly looking floor. That floor will damage you if you step upon it, but there is a conveniently located symbol on the floor here. It gives us limited floating powers. There is an invisible timer ticking down from the moment you step upon it, so if you want to avoid any damage from the floor, you will need to be swift. Sadly, you don't float in battles. Give me my fucking chicken, stupid owl. Alright, let's head down to the basement while our floating powers linger. You can simply grab the lace ruby and leave if you wish, but there is a chest tucked away at the end of this floor. You will almost certainly take damage from the floor if you go for it, but do not worry too much. Mint will heal you up during battles and the floor can't actually kill you, just take you down to 1 health. Of course, more fucking chicken for the chicken god. Anyway, let's snatch the item from the chest. The item is a lavender. It's another stat boosting herb, and just like the sage we are carrying, we will save it until we have a ruined bottle we can use to boost its effect. Or you could be like Charles and never use the bloody thing at all. It's entirely your call after all. Okay, now that Cliss has managed to hold on to the stupid lace ruby, let's head on through the double doors. Save your game if you wish. We are about to be ambushed by not one, but 2 jawmonger worms, I mean golems. Said Mint to toss hammers to make the fight easier, and of course use orange gummies on Cliss to give him some mana to work with for the fight. As for strategy, I would suggest you basically zerg one of the golems down before you get sandwiched between them. Anyway, let's go get ambushed by the enemies we know are coming. Alright, the one on the right dies first. Like I said, just zerg it the fuck down. Being sandwiched between the 2 golems will result in a rather quick game over. And with that, the fight has just become infinitely less scary. Thing is, the golems have crappy range, but they hit like freight trains and will easily stun you. Therefore, being sandwiched by them will result in you being trapped in a cycle of pain, and basically stun locked until you are painting the floor. By the way, Mint, you are the worst damn hammered in I have ever seen. Not a single hammer was cast and not a single fuck was given. We do get 2 holy bottles for winning the fight, which is rather neat. Anyway, we have some plotting coming, so no need to go back and save at this point. And now you all know the name of the man in black armor. His name is Malice. If that's not one of the stupidest names for a villain, I don't know what is. Nice to see you as well, you pink-haired freak. For those who haven't figured it out, Malice is being a complete dickhead and is unsealing the tall guy. Our party has no idea what the heck is going on, they simply want to cause as much pain and agony to Malice as possible. Turnix on the other hand knows that shit is about to get real. Malice will take a moment to explain his motivations for wanting to release the tall guy, and our party really couldn't give less of a fuck. After all, the man talking to them is the man responsible for the deaths of their families. Despite a brief explanation from Turnix, Cliss and Chester both have their rage goggles on and want blood, and hey, I don't blame them. I'd probably go apeshit as well if I was in the same room as a person who murdered my loved ones. Cliss, Mint and Chester will all step up at this point, wanting to fight Malice and his two goons to avenge their families. But of course we don't get to do that. And now the tall guy is loose. His name is Dhaos, and as I've mentioned several times at this point, he is kind of a dick. You are about to see what I mean for yourself. You see, Dhaos has a rather simple solution to anything in his way. And that solution is to laser beam the ever-living shit out of it. Shinku Hadouken much. And now Malice cops it despite attempting to flee. So not only is Dhaos a complete prick using Shinku Hadoukens to vaporize whatever the heck he feels like, he's also a bloody kill stealer, and now we quite literally cannot avenge our families. What a bastard. This would be very much an unwinnable battle. Turnix will intervene and will transport us elsewhere before we all get murdered by this blonde fucker. He will say something about needing a certain power to be able to stand against Dhaos, and will also give Cliss a book with the road. The book will be read shortly, but in the meantime we kind of need to get out of this situation. Dhaos is about to fire his laser and wipe us all out, but Chester with his beautiful British name will throw himself at Dhaos to allow Turnix to complete his spell. And away go Cliss and Mint. Dhaos, a powerful sorcerer himself, knows exactly what Turnix just did and will demand to know where Cliss and Mint were sent. Turnix isn't about to ruin his own efforts and basically tells Dhaos to politely go and fuck himself. Unfortunately, Dhaos shows his knowledge of the arcane to Turnix and promises to laser beam the ever-living shit out of Cliss and Mint when he tracks us down. And now, an absolutely epic cliffhanger. After a brief period of nothingness, Cliss and Mint will awaken in the countryside in the sunset. Chester was supposed to be sent with us, but his heroic sacrifice means we no longer have his bow at our back. So what happened to Chester and Turnix after Cliss and Mint were sent? Well, wherever the fuck we are. Where exactly the fuck are we? The first thing you should do in a situation like this is to find out just where the hell you have ended up. It seems like the most sensible course of action. Let's go take a look at the landscape for a bit. at this point Cliff should say. But it's not as beautiful as you are, Mint. And of course he doesn't, because Cliff has no fucking game. Don't you fucking ... me, kid, you messed up. Actually, it's my fault because I am the one who started playing this game. Cliff seems to have a self-blaming complex. And now we can take a look at the book and see what words of wisdom Turnix has handed to us. Well, so much for that. The fucker is loose now, is he not? That's right, your parents were heroes and have already been cut down by the plot. Some heroes. Now it is time to get a move on and find somebody who can tell us where we are. Well, I was mistaken. We do have Chester's bow at our backs. Pity clumsy fuck Cliff just stepped on it and now it's broken. And now we are at the world map. Strange, it looks familiar, doesn't it? Beladum. What the hell is this village doing here? This is where the ruins of Totus should be. Something decidedly fishy goes on here. Okay, we've found some people. They can tell us where the heck we've ended up. Call me a kid again and I'll dual kick the shit out of you. Cliff notes that this place looks like Totus. Check it out, it's a stereotypical looking elder. He's the man in charge of this here village. If anyone would be able to tell us where the hell we are, he would be the man for the job. But first, introductions are in order. Is this not it then? As it turns out, none of these people have ever heard of Totus. Fills you with a whole lot of confidence, does it not? And now we learn that both Cliff and Mint have no bloody clue what magic is. You'd think the heel bot would be aware, but apparently not. The elder asks us to accompany him, and Cliff and Mint will follow the old bugger off to his house. A bunch of villagers will follow suit as well. He's the most well-mannered old man I know, that's for certain. And now Mint will shock the old man by casting a heal on him. Now, he will demonstrate magic in all its splendor to us. Yep, I think Dhaos' beam was stronger than that fireball. Well, it looks like these people know who Dhaos is. Finally we have something in common. Dhaos was just released, so that makes no sense. That makes even less sense. Now taking all bets. How far forward or backwards in time have we been sent? So Turnix sent us 100 years into the past. And apparently Dhaos can track us here anyway. Guy has some talent. Way to fry a random villager there, pops. At this point the scene will advance to the dark hours of the night, and we are still inside the Elder's house. We will discuss our next course of action with him, and he will point us in the direction of our next party member. Dhaos will explain that magic is the only way to hurt Dhaos, and that's why two powerful cities, Alvanista and Midgard, eat your heart out. Final Fantasy VII, are researching the shit. Unfortunately there is a hurdle. It turns out that only those people with elven blood are able to harness the power of the arcane, and that rules out Klus and Mint, as they are neither elves nor half-elves. So Mint can cast healing spells and throw ridiculous mallets but can't use magic. You hear that, MMORPG healers? You aren't spellcasters after all. You heard it here first. Dhaos will at this point inform us of a man who has spent the greater part of his life studying magic, trying to figure out a way for humans to be able to use the shit. His name is Clark F. Lester, and he is the best character in this game. We will be recruiting him next video. Clark will be carrying this team for the bulk of the game, and as well as being a really powerful character, and easily the strongest one by the game's end, he also happens to be the only adult member of the party, which gives him the disposition to say things a teenager would not. In other words, some funny shit is going to happen because of this man. We can find him to the north in the town of Euclid, which is the kind of SCP that SCP-173 is, but fortunately SCP-173 will not be making an appearance in this game. We will turn him for the night here in Dhaos's house, and we will sleep in the same room with him and his wife. How kinky. I can't help but notice there are two beds in this room. Either Dhaos and his wife usually sleep in separate beds, or they have time travelers land on their doorstep frequently. Who knows which is true? I'll tell you something that's clearly true. Klus has no bloody game. Enjoy your night on the hardwood floor there, Chief. You know, Mint and Klus, it's completely possible to sleep with somebody but to not actually sleep with them. To perform this incredible feat, you simply climb into bed with the other person and proceed to fall asleep. But no, Mint is going to hog the whole bed like a selfish bitch. This is irrelevant to the plot and is just an idle musing, but I couldn't help but notice that Dhaos and his wife have fallen asleep with a whopping 4 candles lit, and in a wooden house no less. Surely that seems a recipe for disaster. Fuck you, bitch, I'm trying to fall asleep on this hardwood floor. Unless you're gonna invite me to that warm comfy bed, shut your damn trap. Well, Klus has nodded off to sleep. Mint is at least graceful enough to go cover him up in a blanket so he presumably does not catch a cold, and as the last one awake, Mint will not blow out the candles, so if the house burns down it's all her fault. Anyway, in the next episode we will head north to SCP-173 town to recruit Clark, but for now I will wrap this video up. This has been Edgar, and as always thank you for your patronage.